Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Tuesday night, August 31st, 2021. Final day of August. Hard to believe. Can't believe it's already going into September. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Glad you're tuning in with us here on another edition of Talking Fitchburg. Andrew Bamlett behind the scenes, working hard as ever to bring you this show, and we appreciate that. I, again, in the driver's seat of presenting this to you, and we're glad to help you each and every day here on Talking Fitchburg. We got a lot to get to here on this episode of Talking Fitchburg. We get you the latest a lot of new headlines coming in today. We'll get to those here in just a minute. And then we're going to take a look back at a couple of pieces we worked on this past month, including but not limited to ballroom dancing and balance. What? Yeah, Safe Communities has a cool class on ballroom dancing. We want to tell you about it, and maybe you'll become interested in taking that to work on your balance and strength. Plus, we'll check in with Jazz at 5. I want to make sure you check out this new concert series here in Fitchburg at McKee Farms Park. No, it's not concerts at the park. It's Jazz at 5. And we'll break that down for you coming up in the next Jazz at 5. We'll give you details on that as well. First, let's kick it in here and some new news coming in for the day. Neighborhood Zoom meeting to learn about wireless communications facility. This just came in. It will be happening on September 8th at 5:30 p.m. And it will be a Zoom video conference that you'll need to RSVP for. And you can do that by talking to Brenda Zach. You can email or give them a call, 414-987-5407. This proposed location of the wireless communications facility is going to be at 2861, and that's Delview Drive here in the city of Fitchburg. So if you want to come out and learn more about what they're doing here, why they're doing it, presentation will be put on by the Joint Central States Tower, Dish Network Corporation, and Verizon Wireless for neighborhood meeting. Again, coming up here on September 8th. Those details are at our website, fitchburgwi.gov. We have shared the link so you can find this and get registered for that informational meeting. All right, I've got details on the City of Fitchburg electronic recycling drop-off day. This is coming up real fast here. Drive through or drop off your old unused electronics. City of Fitchburg will be hosting their 2021 fall recycling drop-off on Saturday, November 6th at 8 o'clock a.m. through 11 a.m. Resource Solutions will once again be on site to handle your electronic recycling. Most items can be recycled for free. There is a list online, though, that can't be recycled for free, and you can check that out at our website, fitchburgwi.gov, or you can contact Resource Solutions directly. That information is part of that story on our website. Speaking of recycling, we've got Recycling Myths and Realities in Fitchburg. This will be happening on September 28th. If you're curious about how to recycle or want to learn about the process and a whole lot more, you'll want to come out for this event. Be at the Senior Center on Tuesday, September 28th at 2 o'clock p.m. We will be taping this and rebroadcasting it. We already did the trash talk with our representatives from our Dane County landfill, and so you can check that out and learn more about where your trash goes in the Clean Sweep program. We shared some of that information with you this week as well. But either way, these are two great series back to back, and we will be covering that. But if you want to come out in person, you can do so on the 28th at 2 p.m. National Senior Center Month, Building Momentum, is coming up here in the month of September. A lot of fun stuff happening as usual. September is National Senior Center Month, and let's look forward. That's the theme. The Fitchburg Senior Center friends love to celebrate National Senior Center Month with local restaurants. They'll share their profits and fundraising events during September. There's an insert here that Andrew is showing you just off to the right. It tells you about the different days and restaurants they'll be participating in this, so make sure you check that out. There also is going to be some chocolate shop ice cream. Come help us celebrate National Senior Center Month with your choice of 12, count them, 12 flavors of chocolate shop ice cream. Drive through on September 24th, 12 to 2 p.m. No cost. Andrew, favorite ice cream is? Oh, turtle. That's mine. Mine's turtle. Andrew said you can't put me on the spot like that. It's turtle. Come on, buddy. Just pay attention here. Gross. I'll figure it out. He'll let me know when he gets it. Thank you to the Fitchburg Center, Fitchburg Senior Center friends. I'm waiting for it, Andrew. Blue Moon. Blue Moon. I don't know about that one. All right, Jazz at 5 at McKee Farms Park. A chance to come out and enjoy some jazz music in the park. There's still a few weeks left here for Jazz at 5 at McKee Farms Park. This week's features the UW Jazz All-Stars. And that just sounds like cool. Just saying. Bring a picnic basket, enjoy some beer, wine, and food from local vendors as well. The event is free and it's on Wednesdays on September 1st. It's on Wednesdays, but this next one is on Wednesday, September 1st. Let me get that right there. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's tomorrow night. Bring it out to the family and enjoy. I mean, perfect weather right now, so no better excuse than to go out and have a night out at our local park here in Fitchburg. All right, COVID-19 vaccination update related to the youngins, the teens. Let's take a look here at some statistics. Nationally, 42% of teens ages 12 through 17 have been vaccinated with at least one dose. Here in Dane County, guess what? We've nearly doubled that number. That's right, 75% among 12 and 15-year-olds, or 81.2 among 16 and 17-year-olds. Vaccination helps, is where the numbers are, and this is awesome. This vaccination helps protect against severe illness, hospitalizations, and death. We have not seen severe outcomes increasing in teens here in Dane County. We know that very young kids right now are being or been infected with COVID-19 across the U.S., with numbers being high. And as we head back to school, it's important that you know what's going on as far as vaccinations go. And you keep up with the latest with our friends from Public Health of Madison and Dane County, Department of Health Services of Wisconsin, of course, the CDC as well, as they keep up to date on what's going on with vaccinations. And we'll see. They say anticipated for younger kids. They're looking like sometime in midwinter. So we'll see when that comes up. We'll keep you updated, though, on the latest safety information. And of course, check all of those public health safety sites so you can keep up to date on everything related to COVID-19. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We're going to be talking, I'm so excited. This was a fun one here. Ballroom dancing in the park to build some strength and balance to prevent falls. We'll break it down for you next. We're here on TF.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Today we're going to take a look back at a piece we ran earlier in the month. It's called Ballroom Dancing in the Park. And it's a way to learn about strength and balance and preventing falls. And we're out there to capture this great thing put on by Safe Communities. Take a look.
Step. We're going to start slow for now.
Kiss me, Kate.
We are here to have fun, dancing,
as a way to improve balance. Ballroom Basics for Balance is a class we've been teaching since 2014. Indoors until last year. We did some virtual classes all year long, which ended up being way more successful than we had thought they would be. And last summer, we did a couple of here and there dancing out in parks to see if people would join us and get outside safely, and they did. We taught through masks, which tested our stamina. This year we get to come back and keep the ball rolling, keep people moving until the fall comes, and we think we'll have a combination of things, virtual, outdoor. As you can see from my t-shirt, this is why we're here. The keys to better balance are things that are present in many activities that are naturally improve your balance. So, for example, dancing naturally has all of these elements. Lower leg strengthening, moving in a variety of directions, challenging both our brain and our body, which we call dual tasking. Not multitasking, dual tasking. Multitasking bad, dual tasking good. We also challenge what we call static balance, which is balance when you're still, like maybe being on one leg for a moment, or dynamic balance, which is moving balance, which with dance is kind of an obvious thing. So dance has it all naturally in it. Also, it's fun, and there is a little bit of indication that doing things that are fun are more successful. Well, we advertise this class to anybody who wants to come. Anybody who feels like they could improve their balance a little bit, they want to see what their balance is like, and maybe people who've had a fall and want to prevent another fall. We're all going to lose our balance at some point, and we do, and everybody of many ages does fall. However, we do end up seeing mostly people who are older adults, retirement age folks, and a little bit older. So this is who generally benefits, because these are the folks who are finding themselves a little bit at a loss and needing a little bit more to bump up their balance and feel safe and confident when they're moving. If you're just losing your balance, especially when you're doing everyday activities, if you're feeling a little off, those are generally the signs. If a lot of people will notice, hey, getting up out of this chair never used to be a challenge, or I'm a little nervous doing an activity. One of the things we do in this class is we survey people before and after about their comfort doing certain everyday tasks to see if it improves after the class. So, are you comfortable reaching up high? Are you comfortable going up on your toes, or reaching over, or turning around, or just walking in your everyday spaces? Or are you a little nervous? Those are some of the beginning signs that maybe your body is giving you the sign that, hey, I'm not feeling very safe and I could use a little bit of change. I am a physical therapist, and I was working with a gentleman in a nursing facility with a gait belt around his middle, and we were walking back and forth and practicing, and he was bored and I was bored, and he just couldn't wait to get out of there, and I wasn't really having any fun, and I thought, we are dancing right now, we should just put on some music and this would be way better for both of us. So that's the short story of how it started. I also remember what it was like to be a student, sitting in class, reading about doing things, just dying to get out there to try it. So I invited a bunch of physical therapy and occupational therapy assistant, and other students to join us, and since the very beginning they've been a big part of our class. And they get to learn, and we have an intergenerational experience at the same time. It's in our mission statement, fun. It's actually there because it really works better when people are doing something that it's interesting to them and not just sort of repeating an exercise over and over. That's not really a natural thing to do. This class today is sponsored by the Madison Senior Center, and we have various sponsors around Madison and Dane County. We have classes that happen in different parts of the state. We've had a lot of great feedback. The relationships, the fun, the intergenerational connections with the students and the participants, learning from one another, and also just the getting out of your house. A lot of people are feeling stuck and isolated now, especially. And in the past, people have said it gave them a reason to get up and get moving. We measure balance so we can see if people are getting better at balance. One thing that is interesting that people do get out of it, we measure cognitive health and people's fear and confidence in activities. So it seems that there is an improvement, at least anecdotally, that people get more confident. They become more aware. That's another thing we hear over and over about how they move and the things that keep them safe. They get relationships with the students. They get relationships with one another. Many have taken the class several times and know each other now. And they get out of the house. A break from isolation, and so that's why we're really excited to be back in person for the first time today. What we need more than anything else right now is more people to teach this class. We do teach you how. We support you all along the way. We even help you start a class if that's something you need help with. So please, if you know anybody who you think would be interested, or you yourself are interested, we have a training coming up this fall, and it's a great training, we have to say. So come join us. More people want to do this class. You can do it in your neighborhood where you live, and we'd love for you to join us.
All right, there you have it. More information on this and any fall prevention classes, go to Safe Communities. And we'll be working with Safe Communities coming up here in quite a big way. We'll share those details coming up here real soon on TF. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we're opening up our guest segment. So excited. It's Jazz at 5. We'll tell you about that and more next right here on TF.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps! Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready! We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from Jazz at 5, new organization bringing their concert series out here to the city of Fitchburg. I've got Mike Thorson, a board member. Mike, welcome to the show and welcome to Fitchburg. How are you doing?
Fantastic, Jeremy. Thank you very much. A big change for us this year. New season, new venue. We're putting the show on. We didn't have a show last year. Moving to McKee Farms Park, big wide open space, so we're pretty excited about it.
So for people who are unfamiliar with this concert series, tell us a little bit about the organization, because it's an organization, but tell us a little of the history of what you guys have been doing.
Yeah, so Jazz at 5 has put on free to the public performances, 5 nights, starting typically after Concerts on the Square season ends, on Wednesday nights at 5, like the name suggests. We've been doing it for 26 years. First 25 years, we were downtown, top of State Street and Capitol Square. Didn't put on a show last year. Moving to Fitchburg this year. Wide open space, like I said before. McKee Farms Park, very welcome and opening city to work with. We had a great group of people from the city staff that helped us put this on basically in about a 2-month time frame.
Yeah, and we're so happy you're here and happy to accommodate the space. I think that's a big thing. This has grown throughout the years, and yes, we had to take, unfortunately with COVID, everybody had to take a little bit of a stop back. But you guys are just getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, I think when we originally started, a couple 300 people might come to a show. That grew to 500. Then we would regularly get 1,000 people at a show, and if you are aware of that small space at the top of State Street, 1,000 people is pretty crammed in.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger names, Chichita Valdez put on a show a few years ago. We would several thousand people. So we've grown. We've grown not only in kind of the types of performances and the caliber performers that we put on and the audience sizes, but we've grown in our sponsorships too. Over the years, we would have a half a dozen sponsors a year beginning early on, and last year before COVID, we had about 25 sponsors for the show.
Yeah, and now coming here to the Fitchburg area, you're still looking for sponsors. As far as behind the scenes go, what's the setup here? So your guys are a nonprofit group helping to bring these performances in and have some good entertainment.
Yeah, that's right. So Jazz at 5 is free to the public. We put on these shows. We're a nonprofit organization. Every dollar that comes in from our sponsors or from general revenue from beer and wine sales at the show goes right back out to putting on the show. The overhead is extremely low. We're very transparent. We'll publish our income statements right on our website. That being said, let me just take a step back and make a pitch, because with every change, there is some drawbacks. So we lost about half of our sponsors moving from downtown. They were long-standing legacy sponsors, but they were downtown businesses. So we're actively going out and engaging the community here in Fitchburg to replace some of those sponsors. We have some great sponsorship opportunities, tables of 8 for each of the series, or a party patio for 50 people if you want to put on a big corporate event for your employees, appreciation night. So we have all kinds of sponsorship levels. Please reach out if you're interested. Putting on a great night. Look, we have nice warm summer evenings. We've got beer and wine. Catering to the tables for the sponsor tables. It's really a fun event to kind of enjoy a summer evening, have a beer, network with your employees or with your clients.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about the entertainment that you bring in. So I'm hearing some pretty big bands. I'm looking at the schedule here. It's a great lineup. But tell us what you got in line for coming in this year.
Sure, I actually printed this out so I don't forget the names.
No worries.
The first night we got the Wanna Swing Band and the Cal Bergendahl Project, both regional, local kind of performers. Going to be a great night. I should preface it by saying, so we start the shows at 5, but what we like to do is open it up with a local youth group at 4 p.m. So far we've got 2. If there are any local youth jazz performance groups that want to apply for some of the other open slots that we have at 4 p.m., we think it's a great way for them to get on stage, get out in public, show off what they're doing for their community.
That's awesome.
So one of those, the big night that we have every year is typically the UW night. We have Johannes Wallman comes in, brings in the UW All-Stars, and then the Sky Academy is the youth performance group that opens up that night. That's September 1st. That's always a big night. Evan Payton on the closing night of the season, the last show. That's a great performance. People are going to love that. We stuck mostly to regional and local bands this year, given the uncertainty about planning in January. We didn't even know if we were going to have a show.
Sure.
And if you don't have a show, but you've contracted out to kind of large national performers, it's tough to kind of make that happen. So we stuck to some of the tried and true, really, really super popular groups that we've had in the past. And let's face it, if you're a jazz lover, these groups, they're all going to fit your needs, and you're going to have a great night out in sun and having a beer and listening to some jazz.
Well, we have our concert series here, of course, and we always say to people, bring out their picnic baskets, bring out that blanket, bring out that. So I would think we'd want to invite the same thing, and then certainly get involved and enjoying some great free concerts here, and glad to have you in the area. We're super excited for you, and we're looking forward to your concert series getting started here real soon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jeremy. We can't be more pleased. Again, a shout out to kind of Joyce Fry and some of the other members of the city staff, wonderful people to work with. Angela Kinderman at the Chamber of Commerce has been extremely helpful in helping us set this up kind of along the lines of concerts. Bring a picnic basket, bring a blanket. It's free to the public. Just wander in. We'll have food vendors. We've got beer and wine sales there at the place, but you're free to bring in whatever you want and listen to some great jazz.
All right, final thing, and it's the toughest question here. How can people learn more, donate, or again, looking for sponsors as well? How can people find you?
So we do have a website, jazz@5.org. So of course we're a nonprofit. Check it out there. You can learn how to become a sponsor. You can send an email to myself or any other board members. Our event director is Spencer Stanberry, and we'd be glad to pick up the phone and tell you about what we're doing and how you can get involved.
Fantastic. Well, Mike, thank you so much for taking the time out. Again, welcome to Fitchburg, and we look forward to having you here for a while and help make it bigger. We'll keep making it bigger, right?
We'll support our community and make Fitchburg a great place to be.
Hey, the whole area here, we love Wisconsin, so we'll take it. Mike, thank you so much. Again, hit up the website, jazz@5.org, to learn about the concerts and to donate as well. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Hey, boss. Okay?
I said I'm fine.
See you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah. We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. Ready! That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you, too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank all of our guests for being on the show. And, of course, you can find all your headlines daily. I don't know that we talk about that very often. We talk about it in the headlines, but not here at the end of the show. That Andrew posts up our headlines every day onto our Facebook and YouTube channel. And those also have the links to where we hold all the stories. That way you can find all the information right at your fingertips. Transparent. That's what we want to be here on Talking Fitchburg. As far as staying connected with Fact TV, it's right there, folks. We hope you'll join in. Have a great day.